We have to get back to nature. The more healthy and natural products we eat, the healthier we become. Hello, this is Terry Bell with another edition of Herb Doc. Hello, this is Terry Bell with another an edition of Herb Doc. You're going to find this really unique tonight. A lot of people, you've been told about their herbs, about their vitamins are no good, about their foods is a big one. People don't even think about food, they just eat it. And oh, it tastes good, it is good. That's not always the case. Today I'm going to go through 3 recognized fast food herb chains. I'm not saying any names or nothing, I'm just going to explain why their product you think is bad, it could be good. You think it's good, it could be bad. Amazing. You'll go to eat, and this is some of the symptoms you get. Puffed, bloated, gastric, burping, farting, may lead to constipation or diarrhea. And if you eat the wrong food, this is some of the symptoms, the other ones you get. You ever hear people clearing their throat all the time? Absolutely annoying. It's sickening. You're just going to eat. Women hate that, of course. Right away, I worked with a bunch of women, and they would hear somebody clearing their throat. They'd say, tell them to quit it. They can't stand it. Because you could stand a lot of things if you're a nurse's aide, but one thing they hate hearing about is phlegm or spit. This is what happens. You get, and if you eat the wrong food, you get tired. You may get a headache, chest pain, heartburn, indigestion, diarrhea, dry itchy skin, sore joints, leg cramps, coughing or sneezing. If that happens, take a 1/4 teaspoon of sea salt. Sea salt. I never said white salt. White salt is heated to 1200 degrees and it's bleach. It's not the same animal. It's sodium chloride. And it doesn't feel good as sea salt. Redmond's real salt is the only one I recommend. You take that, 1/4 teaspoon in water, 20 minutes later you hear it, and your bowel goes back to normal and all the horrible feelings disappear. Who wants to sit there and feel horrible? This first one, we're looking at egg, sausage and egg. This is a bacon, egg, and I won't say, it's just a sandwich. They all got a unique little name. This one, you take the bun right away. Now I'm trying to pull this apart from here. There's a bun on there and it's white. So just muscle testing, I go 10, 20, 30, 40. That bun is only 40% good for you, which means it's 60% bothering you. If you want to make this bun digest a little more, put butter on it and 1 shake of sea salt, and it'll digest, let's see, 10, 20, 30, 40, 56, 70. I've done those tests before this. So it'll digest 70% by putting butter on there and a little shake of salt. You'll say salt is not good? No, that's not right at all. If you don't have salt, you're dead. You rush to the hospital, they put intravenous in right away. You know why? Because you need sea salt and water. It's called brine. So that's the bun you're starting off with. Anytime you have bacon, if you fry the bacon, the crispier the bacon, the less grease you have, and the more it's good. This bacon, I'll just test muscle testing, 10, 20, 30. What means a muscle test? How good is it for me? 30% good. So that means 70% bad. Okay, I've tested that. Now, if this was crispy bacon, how good would it be? Crispy, 10, 20, 30, 40, 56, 70. You see the difference? A crispy bacon is better, you're getting less grease. Anytime you have grease in a hamburger or anything, you need 1 vitamin E extra a day. Or a teaspoon of lemon juice in your water. And that's why they put lemon in dish soap, because it eats the fatty tissue off the rim of the sink. That's what happens in your bowel, your stomach, your arteries and veins when you eat greasy foods that are fried grease. Now underneath is a cheese, and that's 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Oh, that cheese is not bad. The white cheese seems to test about 70% good. Then it's only 30% bad. You want to digest 90% of your food. If you go over 70 though, you're doing pretty good. Right here. Now this one here used a real egg. You might not notice that. A real egg. You think, oh, I'm getting a egg sandwich. No, you're not. You're getting an imitation egg sandwich made by wheat and food coloring and everything, and it's false. This egg on this sandwich is a real egg. You can see it. I'm touching it, I'm holding it. It's a real egg. And it'll register at 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. That egg is good. You can have that egg and you can feel good. But it's the bun and everything. When you put it together, we put that all together and you're going to eat it. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. 50% good. 50%, that's all. Half of it is no good, so it bothers you. So if we put butter and a little bit of salt, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. So you could get that just under the margin so you feel good. Better than starving. 70% this one. Now this one here is another one from another leading fast food chain. Nothing, not saying nothing about the chain. Now this bun here is toasted a little more. It's 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Isn't that amazing? That bun, just the composition of this bun is a little different. So it digests a little bit better. Now we test the bacon on here, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. They're testing the bacon, it's 50%. That's a real egg on this one. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. See, a real egg will test 80, even if it's fried. If it's boiled, you may get 90%. And eggs are good for you. Eggs are very good for you. Some people need up to 22 a week. 22 a week. That's a good source of protein, and it's amazing. It's a light protein that breaks down pretty quick. Now, this whole bun and this egg from this chain store is 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. Now, if you put a little bit of butter on it and shake salt, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. This one is also good to eat. Very good. And I'm doing this from another chain. Now, you test this other one, and I'm just going to go to a commercial before I come to this one. But if you eat good food, the better the food you eat, the better you feel. It's like a cow eating meat. 2 reasons make you sick. There's more than 2, but the biggest one. An excess of one, it means like a cow eating meat. You know what happened then, eh? It got mad cow disease, and when it hit Selkirk, it emptied out the bingo hall. Amazing. Mad cow disease from wrong food. And the same with a person. You're eating the wrong food, it's going to make you sick. And that's what I deal with every day. I tell people, get rid of that excess food, and let's find out what you're deficient in that makes you sick. The other 2 things are you could have a mechanical problem, your back out or a pinched nerve, and the last one would be emotional. I'll be back in a few minutes to finish up this, and then we'll go into some neat things on how to keep your bowel clean and how to stay very healthy. I'll be right back. Thank you. Terry Bell. Hello, this is Terry from Herb Doc. I'd like to tell you, some days you don't even feel like yourself. You notice part of me seems like I'm not here. People make jokes like, quit while you're ahead. That's all you see here. And the person doesn't feel good, he feels empty inside. And I can tell you what it is. It's called essential minerals. There's a little bottle here, it's essential minerals. It's 10 times stronger than normal, so you only need 5, 10 drops a day. Sometimes that'll last you a year, that bottle. Sometimes it'll last you 6 months, depends how hard you work on yourself. I found out about a thymus problem. And what is a thymus problem? When kids are born, their thymus is over 90. And you could stick a kid in an environment for 2 weeks, stick him into that environment, and he can learn a language in less than 2 weeks because he has to learn that. Some people said it took a month. So what if we could do that? That's because the thymus is open and it's full. Thymus starts to shrink, and you test your thymus. When I test mine, it's 5, 10, 15, 20, 19, 18. It's at 18%. That's quite high. That's smarter than the average person. It's usually at 9. They have a hard time to learn. I start taking this product, and it come up from 9 to 18. I noticed as I'm driving along, I'm remembering phone numbers from all over the place. Phone numbers, old addresses, names, and everything else, just from getting your thymus up. Start taking that mineral, and you feel better and better and better. You only need a dropper full a day. You'll feel better and better. Then instantly, you will start feeling you're back to normal again. Oh, there, that feels better. I feel like I'm myself again. Not part of me is missing. When you don't feel like yourself, you're missing minerals. Grab some essential minerals. Now this last one. They're from food chains and they're fast food. And I was going through, how would you know what was good for you? And I dare you to try them. Try them and tell me how you feel. And if after you eat them, you feel puffed, bloated, gastric, burping, farting, take a 1/4 teaspoon of sea salt, stick it in some warm water and drink it. And it produces hydrochloric acid and it gets the liver to produce the right enzyme that starts to digest your food. And don't let anybody tell you different. When you try that, you go, oh, what a relief this is, doing nothing. If you feel good, you are doing good. Now this last one, right here, this is a biscuit. And I'm just trying to pull it apart here. Sometimes you need a crowbar. How good is this biscuit for you? 10, 20, 30, 40. This biscuit is 40% good when we muscle test. Muscle testing is very important. It can tell you if the food is good, if it's bad. Don't touch it, have it. And I'll tell you how good it is. About a week ago, I got really sick, thought I was having a heart attack. I had a few, and you can tell what they're like. You get wicked chest pain, you can hardly walk, you lose your breath. So what is it? It's coming from a food. When I muscle test myself, it's not the heart, not the pancreas. It was part of the pancreas, but it's coming from a food. Went down the line, there was coffee. I goes, not coffee. I love coffee. Yeah, it's what we love sometimes you can't have. Coffee drives your acid up. It pushes the minerals out of your body and causes you to sweat. We don't want to do that. So I stopped the coffee. By next day, all my chest pains are gone, and I can start walking again back to my regular 4 miles a day. Just as soon as I can run across the street without chest pains. That's how bad coffee was affecting me. So now I'm on the move for a natural coffee, and I found one. I'll tell you about that in the next program. The next one here, bacon, 5, 10, 15, 20. This bacon is only 20% good. The other bacons were 50% good. What's the difference? This one is microwaved. Anytime you microwave food, it starts to destroy. It puts radiation into it. I tell them if you have to microwave, maybe butter, people do, they nuke. They even say nuke my coffee, nuke my tea. Exactly that. Nuclear. In that, stick a magnet under your plate, and the magnet will start erasing all of the, just like the magnet I was showing you a while ago, and it'll start pulling all of the radiation and lining up the electrons in this food. So microwaved bacon is horrible. In fact, my wife cooked some the other day, microwave bacon. We were having a hamburger. She's cooking hamburger. Give me the microwave bacon. I said, I don't even want it, even if it upset her. I can't have it. It makes me sick to the stomach. When I have bacon, I have crispy bacon on a sandwich, and then it tastes really good. I don't have it often, maybe once a week. I tell everybody, take 1 day a week, junk week. Take 1 day a week. And I call it a junk week. You're only going to have a junk week once a month, or 1 day a week, like a Sunday. I pick a Sunday, that's my day off. That's when I'm going to have junk food and enjoy it. And I enjoy it for a few minutes, but I need salt after. I don't do it too often now. Now this last one here. This egg. How good is it? 5, 10, 15, 20. 20% good. Because you know what? That is not a real egg. That's an imitation egg with a little bit of egg in it. And it's made way ahead, and it's set there. It's actually got food coloring, and a lot of it is made from wheat. It's not a real egg. You ever heard of that before? You probably didn't even know that. So we put this together with the microwave pork and this, and we test how good is this? 5, 10, 10, 20, 30. 10, 20, 30. 30% good. This is 30% good, 70% bad. You know how you're going to feel? This is what will happen. Or you'll start getting tired. Some people get a headache, chest pain, heartburn, indigestion, diarrhea, dry itchy skin, sore joints, leg cramps, coughing and sneezing, swelling in the joints. You got to take sea salt to fix it. And you say, oh, I feel horrible. I just got up and I feel horrible. Because you ate wrong. It was like a cow eating meat. This is 30% good. This one I wrote right on the plate, 70% good. I don't care where you recognize where they come from a fast food chain store, fast food. We're all into fast food. Nobody can get away with it. You don't eat, it's better to have something. And this one I would say is better off to go to. This last one is still good, but you should add some butter and a little bit of milk onto the buns and it will do you a lot better. Amazing what one food to the other can do for your body. I'm going to be right back in a second, and I'm going to go through some of the things that you should know. And just before I go here, I'm going to tell you at this next segment, coffee. Coffee is very good for two things. If you're having an asthma attack, you take a drink of coffee, and it opens up the lungs. If you're very tired while you're driving, you drink a cup of coffee. It drives the acid up and it keeps you awake. Coffee is very good as an enema. You put coffee, warm, about a half a cup, and you put it in a bag. It's called enema. And you say, you're not my friend, you're my enema. And you squirt it up there and hold it 10 minutes, and it'll bring it out. Coffee. You can get natural coffees now with chickweed and everything else, and you'll feel good. So I'll test, and the coffee we don't have to go through, but when I'm coming right back, we'll go through the bowel. Amazing. Coffee can make you feel good. Coffee can make you feel terrible. Coffee's good for you sometimes, and next time it's terrible for you. Okay? So when you have coffee, find out what kind of coffee is good for you, because now they're even coming out with more and more natural coffees. One of them is called calf lib. Thank you. I'll be right back. Terry Bell saying, I'll be right back after this commercial. Thank you. Hello, this is Terry Bell. Has this ever happened to you? Tired of farting around? Here's a product I'm going to tell you about today, and it will start working on your bowel. If you get puffed, bloated, gastric, burping, farting, it could lead to constipation or diarrhea. You have a bowel problem, and you need to get the products for it. Any one of those, this is the product you want to be looking at. If you know what I mean, if you have a bowel disorder, irritable bowel, nothing's going to fix it medically, because the medicine, you know as well, fixes one thing, downs 10 others. Two things make you sick, an excess of one or a deficiency of another. An excess could be like a cow eating meat, eating the wrong foods. The other one is a deficiency of another. This will compensate for your deficiency. Like I said, are you tired of this happening and farting around? Well, don't do it anymore. Get to the problem and let's get it over. Okay? Thank you. I will see you in my office again. Thank you and bye. Hello, my name is Terry Bell, and I'm going to tell you about a nice, wonderful product that I found. This product I took and I give it out to people just to get rid of it. And they would come back in a few months and said, I can't believe how good I digest food now. A lot of people with heartburn. You can get puffed, bloated, gastric, burping, farting, may lead to constipation or diarrhea. If you have a digestive problem, and what is in this little product, you're hearing about probiotics all the time, and they cost hundreds of dollars, 60, 70 bucks a month. Over the year, it's going to cost hundreds. This one is very cheap. For a month, about $17. Don't have to refrigerate it. You just keep it in the bottle with a meal twice a day. You have heartburn that never quits, you need this product. In fact, we were brought up Mennonite, and if you ever let gas go in church, we had to sit in our own pew. So you know what I'm talking about. Gas is horrible. I even had a customer that came in that every time she walked, she would let gas go. After being on that product for a little while, she said, I can't believe the first month I seemed to get more, and then it disappeared. And what it does, it makes you digest all your products. There's a prebiotic in there, a probiotic, acidophilus, bifidophilus, and friendly bacteria. They're all in one. You don't have to spend a fortune to get well, just 2 capsules a day. See your Sho-Tai Practitioner in your area. Look them up, Sho-Tai Practitioner, or Google Terry Bell, and they'll tell you who's near you. You can pick those up. Thank you very much, and I hope you have a good meal tonight. Hello, this is Terry Bell saying hello from Herb Doc. I'm right back here after just a message we had. Remember, you are what you eat, so be careful how much you eat at Christmas and at Thanksgiving. We want to know about a herb. Now, I was going through here and I found out heartburn is a big one. We have an enzyme that you take if you have heartburn all the time, and you just take one a day in the middle of your meal or one in the middle of each meal. Takes a few weeks, heartburn starts disappearing because the enzyme digests your food and now it's not rotting. Sometimes people get horrible heartburn. I tell them take vinegar. Vinegar or Pepsi. They take a drink after the meal, heartburn disappears. It means you don't have enough acid. It means you need more acid. So then you need hydrochloric acid or sea salt. The first one right here, we have an enzyme called silver lining. And that silver lining, you take it, and I give it to a lot of people. And when they come back, say, don't ever take me off of that. I feel so good in the stomach if I have irritable bowel, Crohn's, or colitis. Remember, colitis is of the large bowel. Crohn's is of the small bowel. So uric acid, there's three types of acid. Three types of acid. There's uric, there's blood acid, and there's saliva acid in your stomach. So uric acid is with the kidney. And when that happens, urine backs up in the body and it aches. And it aches. You get swollen hands, swollen feet, clammy or sweaty, frequent urination, urinating through the night, sweaty, dry, or sometimes greasy looking, ugly hair. And your blood pressure goes up. So what you would need for that, there's a couple of products. I don't even have them on the table. The first one I always tell people, you need a product called Uva Ursi. And Uva Ursi works on your kidneys and your bladder and starts to pump the water off your body, or you're going to have uric acid all over the body. Another one you could use is Parsley Plus. And that product they use if you have bad breath at the same time you got sweaty, clammy. You notice people that always sweat. Those people need sage, parsley, or Uva Ursi, and then that starts to disappear. Another one would be B-complex. And why B-complex? The adrenal gland sits right on top of your kidney. And it's the one that regulates and gives power to the kidney. When it gives power to the kidney, it pumps the water off the body. So you need B-complex. That's what the adrenal needs to get power to give the kidney power. Another one is B6. B6, amazing little product. And that B6 produces tryptophan, helps you sleep, produces serotonin, and it kicks the right kidney in. Only the right kidney works on your body, not the left. Only the left kidney works. I mean, half of your body works, the rest is standby. So when you take B6, it kicks the right kidney in, and it starts helping pump the water off your system. That's uric acid. Some people get gout from it. Right away you need Uva Ursi, B-complex. Some people take cherry juice, cranberry juice. That's also okay. But you need those products if you're having uric acid problems. Another type of acid is stomach acid, and it's caused by being upset. First of all, foods mean a lot to you. Look at, they say coffee causes cancer and it keeps you awake. Okay? Coffee causes cancer and it keeps you awake. So not only do you die, you watch yourself go. Milk causes cholesterol. Sugar causes sugar diabetes. So you don't pick out a food you like, you just pick out a disease you'd love to live with. And that's the way they explain it. Remember, if you're going to have fun at this, you want to do this. Stomach acid. Here's a product named pH. And it's a pH to lower the acid or put it back to normal. You might just want to do that. That's a temporary fix. Or you might want to take silver lining, digest that food so you don't have an acid problem, you don't have to get rid of it. Another one right here is using calcium and magnesium to level the acids out in your stomach, or using magnesium, just straight magnesium. Remember, you can take magnesium without calcium, but never take calcium without magnesium. You'll get such a leg cramp, you won't believe it, and it'll bung you up. If you have diarrhea, take extra calcium. There's a note you need to know. Take more calcium. You're constipated, take magnesium. You got leg cramps, calcium, magnesium, or just magnesium. Any one of those. The last one here quickly is blood acid. And if your blood acid goes up, you get sore joints, muscles or bones, you feel old. You're aching all the time and you're tired from daylight to dark. The first thing I tell people, take Red Clover Plus. Red Clover Plus cleans your blood, charges your blood positive, brings oxygen in, and you feel real good. The next one, chlorophyll. Chlorophyll, 1 cell away from being identical to your blood. It pushes the iron out of your liver, brings oxygen in, and the iron drops off the oxygen and alkalines your blood. People with fibromyalgia should be on chlorophyll 2 a day. Your BM will turn green, not with envy. It'll turn green and start to alkaline. Your body feels good already. Just keep taking more and more chlorophyll. And fibromyalgia, we've had amazing success with that. Any one of them. And if you're still having a hard time, come in and I'll find out what foods are bothering you. One more. Aloe vera. Aloe vera. Amazing for kids with lung problems, bowel problems. You can't overload. It's got 24 amino acids. You only need 12, so it works on your bowel and lungs all at once. Every kid should be on aloe vera juice. 4 tablespoons a day. They'll feel better and better and better. And if they have asthma, somehow it disappears. If they have a bowel problem, it disappears. Many stories being told on aloe vera. I was just checking here on acids in your body. I only have a short time to get a message across to you, but if you like these herbs and you need them, phone us, give us a call. You may want to buy them. By the way, somebody just told me the last one I was doing on food, they phoned in and said, you have nice buns. I said, they weren't mine, but thanks for the compliment anyway. See you again in another week with another edition of Herb Doc.